probably gonna cool down something. Yeah, it was good.
We're live. Shut up. Here we go. Welcome to Third Thoughts. My name is Clay. I am your host. I'm live with the Chief himself.
Yep.
In the flesh. I'm with RNDY.
Hi. Okay. Just kidding. I'm here, man. What's up?
Let's take the energy. Let the air out of the intro.
I'm Eeyore.
Are you?
No.
I feel like Chief is definitely Eeyore if anybody is.
Yeah. Oh, bother.
I think it's just your gray hair.
Yeah, and my gray beard.
Yep.
I do kind of have a Santa vibe going on right now.
Have you ever thought about
Like young Santa.
what's that stuff called? Hair color for men? Have you ever tried it?
Just for men?
Not going
Just
to.
for men. Just once. Just try it.
No.
Throw everybody off.
No. No.
Don't do it. That always looks really awkward when guys do that. You can tell, you know for a fact that's not their real hair color.
This is my real hair
This
color.
is that's natural.
All natural.
Matches my chest hair.
I don't have any. I have like one chest hair. What color is it? Come here and look.
I got lots.
Dude,
I don't know if that's
shaved.
lots.
my 6-year
Shaved.
my
I
6-year-old
just
son.
shaved it not long ago.
Whoa. You don't use Nair?
No. Because what if that stuff splashes on my head?
Because it can burn your skin pretty badly.
I've never done it.
Listen, we did have when I was probably in middle school. My dad was married to a lady, and her dad. We lived on a farm with them, and he had some rental trailers. These people were renting a trailer, and the guy that lived there, he came out, man, and he looked like he had been in a fight with something. It was terrible. And he had picked up his wife's Nair and washed his hair with it in the shower, and his hair just came out in clumps. It was scary. He looked like a monster, man.
That's
Yeah.
amazing. And
I remember, I don't know how old I was, but I remember getting a hold of some and thinking it was lotion and like rubbing it on my hands. You know, you don't have a whole lot of hair on the top of your hands, but it took all that off and my skin was red. And I was like, what is this stuff?
I have some friends. He used to share a shower with his sister in high school.
Like, okay, they
Not
used
together.
Right, okay.
Yeah, I mean, they were
the same shower at different times.
Yes. They were from Alabama, so I do need to be explicit about what I'm saying here.
Yeah, because that needed some explanation.
He used to pee in her shampoo bottle.
No.
Yeah, and he didn't tell her for like 4 years.
That's
terrible.
So all through high school, she was washing her hair.
I mean, at least it's sterile, I guess. But that's still disgusting.
Dude, I still want to know, how do you not smell that?
Must have been some serious shampoo.
It was
had
Alabama.
I had a professor in college, a sociology professor, who he and his brother, they didn't have much money, and he was trying to fix up this Triumph, this old Triumph car.
Yeah.
And he's trying to restore it. And they were living in an apartment together while they were in college, and he was in charge of groceries. So he went to the grocery store, and he's like, man, this food junk cost a lot of money. I'm never going to be able to afford to fix up this car. So he wandered down the pet food aisle, and he found dog food was really cheap. No. So he would buy the dog food and take the labels off of it, and told his brother it was corned beef hash. And they would eat it. He would eat it too, but every day, because he said, this is what we can afford. You know, we can eat all we want if we eat this food. And occasionally they would mix it with rice. And one day his brother came home right after he had gone to the grocery store and found all the labels in the trash can. And he said his brother still doesn't speak to him. It like caused a huge rift in the family. But he will, on holidays, he calls his brother on the phone, and his brother answers, and he just barks into the phone like a dog and hangs up.
And that man was the chief himself.
Oh, my God. I can't believe
He said, but my
that.
car looked good. That's what he said.
No, yeah, I bet it did. Jeez. Well, anyway, if you're still here, welcome to Third Thoughts. This is the podcast of the week. We didn't do Third and Long on Monday, but we will return with that next week.
I'm not going to be part of that.
Chief is jaded about football and sports right now, so he'll be there.
He'll be there.
He'll just be true Eeyore that day.
Yeah. He needs to secure the bag on the way there.
Yeah, we have to get him a bag so he can.
Okay, just a brief interlude. He didn't hear this. Oregon State, their turnover object. Did you see this?
No.
It's a chainsaw. They get a turnover. Those dudes run out with a chainsaw. How quick is it going to be?
I mean, they're the Beavers, right?
Yeah, but how quick is it going to be? He like runs and he cuts somebody's leg.
Surely they take the chain off of it.
Surely, yeah. Surely they don't have a real chain on it. I mean, I think that would violate some code.
I feel like it does too. It's not allowed in the
I just don't get it, man. This thing's gone out of like.
It is.
It's just. NCAA needs to ban them.
I've been thinking about this. I think the turnover mini tramp. So they get a turnover and they run over and they jump on the trampoline. He just thrusts them up into the crowd, and the crowd gets them and surfs them back down to the field.
Be some definite concussion. Protocol
nobody's
going
to get injured doing that. I guess it wouldn't matter. Wouldn't matter for FSU.
So we will talk about football then. But welcome to Third Thoughts, where we talk about current events, top stories. There's a lot going on in the world.
But I have an athletic top story.
You do have since we didn't do the show Monday, that's what I was getting to. You have a couple that are sports related that you wanted to get out
peripherally.
I have 3 that are sports related.
Okay, but they're not like stats and scores.
No.
So you're going to enjoy it. What I'm saying is, for the listener, if you're not into sports, it's fine. These are entertaining stories. If you're here with us on Spreaker Live, we appreciate that. Leave us a comment in the chat. I do see that comment. Hello. It's good to see you. Good to see you there today. And if you are with us, please make sure you leave a comment because we appreciate that. It lets us know that you're
I would like to
listening.
give a shout out to one of our biggest fans.
Sure.
He was in the hospital. Was able to talk to him on the phone. He had just listened to Third Thoughts, got him through his hospital stay. So we are doing good for the world.
Yeah, we are.
But I would like to send a shout out to Benton Belangian. Benton, brother, I love you, man. Thank you for listening. My most faithful fan. You are incredible. Would really love to come do the show on the road in Lincolnton with you sometime.
There we go.
Yeah, maybe we can get that done.
Yeah, for sure. I think Third Thoughts doesn't have a huge fan base, but the fan base we have is extremely loyal. And they're really upset when we don't stream.
Absolutely.
So we appreciate you guys, especially for interacting with us on Twitter and Instagram and those kinds of things. You can go to @3rdpodcast. And that's all the intro I'm going to do. 7:14
So yeah, let's just
into the show.
Yeah, let's just jump right into it.
Come on, Chief.
A German triathlete was banned from his favorite all-you-can-eat sushi restaurant. He can no longer go and eat sushi. It's $18.95 U.S. to eat there.
Yeah.
And he went in the other day and he ate 100 plates, not pieces, 100 plates of sushi for lunch. And the owner politely came out and told him he was no longer welcome there and could no longer eat there because he eats too much.
Yikes.
Is this in the old East Germany? He probably shot up and... Don't you remember those
100
movies where they were all...
Huge, yeah.
100 running sushi in Landshut, Bavaria is where it is. So if you go to Bavaria, do not eat 100 plates of sushi. You will be banned. The waiter, listen to this, the waiter would not even accept a tip from him. He was so furious.
You've offended greatly.
Yes.
But it's all you can eat, right?
Right.
So what, my fear from this story, it's probably not a realistic fear, but my fear is that all you can eat will come with this little asterisk caveat down at the bottom that it's like up to a certain amount. And I don't want that to happen because there are a lot of great all you can eat places that I enjoy going to.
Yes.
And I eat my fill. It's usually never.
I've had this happen to me once.
Oh, yeah, you have?
Yeah, with crab legs.
Okay.
And they just quit coming back to the table. You had to order the crab legs, and they would bring them out.
Kept bringing them.
And the waitress just stopped coming to the table. So I was out of drink, out of crab legs, the whole deal. And and it was not all you can eat. But all you can eat, if this is what all you can eat is going to be, it's kind of like one size fits all.
Yeah.
That's not true.
Yeah.
There are some people that I've looked at and said, there's no way that person could wear a one size fits all.
It's got to be marketing, right? It's
like,
just...
Yeah.
Like that costume.
To get you there.
That costume that Shane wore. It's supposed to be one size fits all. It barely squeezed around him. There's no way I could have gotten that thing on.
I have seen all size fits most.
Yes.
You seen that?
I have.
See, they've altered it. And I'm wondering if all you can eat may go the same route. And it will be all that we think you can eat.
This is just the Republican version
All
of
that we think all that we think
No, this
you
is
can
the
eat.
Republican version. Let's get political with it. The Democratic version is like purely socialist. Because when we go eat wings, let's think about it. I paid them $13 and I eat like 12 and I tap out. Y'all are crushing 30.
Yeah.
So that little bit of money that I'm paying over for my 12 goes to pay for yours. That's how it works, like with free shipping and
Sure. No, I know how it really
it's
works.
socialism.
I'm just saying, if it's really all you can eat,
I'm just messing with
then they
everybody
need
out
to
there.
absorb the cost. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now, I've been to some all-you-can-eat sushi places. There's a place over near Augusta that's really excellent that we go every time I'm over there. And I eat. Let's see, for dinner, I think it's $16. Mm-hmm. And I eat easily $75 worth of sushi.
Well, if we are truly going to carry Third Thoughts on the road,
We should do
so
food
Brother
versions.
Benton could get on there. We can go do it from
there. Okay.
from there in Augusta.
All right, and I'm going to see how much sushi I can actually eat
Yeah. I think that'd be a great, in 1 hour,
in an hour.
how much you can eat in an hour while we're on the air. I think that'd be fantastic.
We have a listener comment that says, if they stop serving you, that is all you can eat because they're not bringing you any more.
It's kind of like a lifetime warranty.
Right.
Once it dies, it's not alive anymore.
They do have strategies, don't they?
Yeah,
These
they
all-you-can-eat places. Like when we get wings, I've noticed. I don't know if they know us now or what.
I think they recognize us.
The service has gotten worse and worse the more
They're
we
slower
go.
and slower, so you fill
Yeah.
up faster. But also, they try to give you a salad. Now, listen, you go anywhere else, and it's like an extra $5 to add a salad.
Listen, y'all
you
were-
want
no.
fries? Oh, it's another $2.50. Here, they're like, please get some fries. Have some more salad. You want some dressing? How much dressing you want? Other places like 50 cents for an extra sauce. But at all you can eat, they're like, yo,
Fill up with the
how
cheap
much?
stuff.
How much you want? How much ranch you want?
Fill up with
I'll
the
bring
cheap
you a gallon
stuff.
of ranch. But you
But
get
dude,
6 wings.
I love how it takes 5 minutes for that.
Yeah, but see, the last time I went, I hope y'all took note. I hope y'all took notes of
Don't
what I
name
did.
the place. Okay. I don't
But
know if
they
anybody's
said
just
they
rendering
said
it, but
they
don't.
said you want a salad? I said no. I don't even want fries.
Right.
Just the chicken.
Yeah.
Just bring me the chicken. I don't want no cheap potato. Don't want no inexpensive lettuce. Just the poultry.
But it takes 5 minutes, right, for the first basket to come out. And then it takes like 35 minutes for the next 6 to come out.
It is a strategy.
It's like going. It's like going to Red Green or Fogo and eating. And they've got this huge, incredible,
Yeah,
beautiful
Brazilian.
looking, Brazilian steakhouse. They got this huge, incredible, beautiful looking salad bar, and I'm like, I'm not eating that. $50? No, bring the prime rib
Right. But they do that big, beautiful salad bar
to trick you.
Because you go up there and you're like, yo, they got cheese cubes, they got salami slices, they got the good salad bar stuff. Like it's not that weird canned cubed meat stuff that you get at some salad bars. It's like the real deal. But they want you to eat that stuff because that, even though that stuff is nice, it's a lot cheaper than the meat.
Yes, right.
So don't
Right.
let them pull the wool over your eyes.
No,
okay?
because and they actually say, they come to the table, they take your drink order,
Yep.
and they say, okay, you guys can go ahead to the salad bar, as if that is a prerequisite for the meat to start.
It's a psychological
Well, they
thing.
go to this. Everybody else went to the salad bar. The first time we ever went, I sit at the table by myself. Bam, turn my little cart over, and here come the meat vendors. And I'm just like neck deep in lamb and pork loin and prime rib when they come back from the table. They're like, well, how did you get that? I said, I didn't go eat lettuce. I stayed right here and turned my cart over, and they started slicing the meat. And I started eating the meat.
We're gonna have to go eat Brazilian soon.
Let's do it.
I'm about to drown in my
Oh,
own
is it
saliva.
really $50 though?
Depends on where you go.
You can get a Groupon.
Yep.
Sometimes they have a Groupon. It's like $35 for 2.
But that's a form of socialism as well.
Groupon?
Yeah.
Nah,
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think
It is.
I think coupons are very capitalist. I think so.
Randy's just in a mood today.
He is in a mood. Let's go to the next story.
Yeah, let's go.
We've been
Let's
talking
go.
about all you can eat
Let's
for
go to
10
the next
minutes.
story. FanDuel. FanDuel is back in the news.
Okay.
Oh, I heard this.
So
It's never good when they're in the news.
No.
no. So basically, what's happening? The Broncos game. Broncos are getting beat.
We promise this is not third and long. That's on Mondays at noon.
Yes, Broncos are getting beat. They get in field goal range. Guy jumps up, decides he's going to go place a bet for the Broncos to win. Okay,
As this is happening,
because there's they have all those crazy lines that move and everything during the game.
Yeah.
So he jumps up and he goes and places $110 bet for the Broncos to win.
Okay.
There was a glitch in the system. Okay.
Okay.
And the glitch in the system reflected that the Broncos were a 750 to 1 underdog to lose the game. The glitch lasted 18 seconds.
Okay.
Okay? 18 seconds. He placed the bet, and his ticket said that the payout would be $82,000. So they kicked the field goal, and he won. So he carries the ticket back up to pay, but really what it should have been was a minus 600. So he bet 118 to win $18.35. So they said, we're not going to honor that because it was a glitch in the system and we don't pay glitches. He's like, no, you're going to pay me. They said, okay, how about this? How about we just pay you $500 and give you tickets to 3 New York Jets games? And he's like, no, I want my $82,000. And they're like, no. He said, I'm suing you. They said, okay. So which side are you on? Are you on the bettor's side or are you on the house side?
I think I got to go. I can't be on the house side. The house is always stacked in its favor, right? So I can't. I mean, it's not that guy's fault the system glitched. And it's the house system.
But it's not the house's fault that the system glitched either.
What's the fine print say? Fine print says
okay, they
don't pay glitches.
Okay, that is...
Yeah, what is the legal jargon?
That's the legal jargon that's going to pull.
Okay. FanDuel's house rules, however, state that where a blatant or palpable error is made in offers made, a palpable error is made in offers made. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, in offers made.
Yeah, in offers made. Yeah, okay, I understand now. Prices offered or bets accepted or in the transmission of any event on which we have purported to offer live betting, bets may be settled at the correct price.
So basically they're not going to
at the time at which the bet was placed as determined by FanDuel Sportsbook.
So this dude's actually...
So they've already got it written in to protect themselves.
This dude needs to just take the $500 in the Jets tickets.
Yeah.
He should have, yes.
He should have,
just flip the Jets
but now
tickets.
he's going to get $18.35. That's what he's going to get. But had this happened in Nevada, the Gaming Commission would have decided. It goes to their authority.
Oh.
But here it looks like he's going to get the $18.35.
See, that is the thing about it is that's why I say the house. You know, the house has always got it stacked, and they know that things can happen, so they have all this stuff written down.
Oh yeah, but here's the thing: the guy did not go place the bet because he knew the odds. He was going to go place the bet anyway. Mm-hmm. So it wasn't like he said, "Oh, I'm going to make $82,000. Mm-hmm. Let me go place this bet." Right. He's like, "Oh, the Broncos are going to win. Let me go pick up some extra change." He gets there, they print the ticket, and he's like, "Oh, $82,000." So I mean, then they it's like getting a refund check from the IRS.
Yeah.
For $350,000. You didn't really get a tax refund for $350,000.
Right.
So don't put that junk in the bank.
Yeah.
They're going to ask for it back.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
I know somebody that did that. They got a check in the mail that said, "You've won such and such money," didn't read the fine print, deposited it.
And they started charging them interest.
They started charging them interest.
Yeah.
And that person was my sister.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're
happens.
saying. If you know it's an obvious mistake.
Yeah, right.
Like, don't push your luck, honestly. Even though, I mean, but one day this will all be figured out, though, because Alexa or Siri or Google Assistant will be running it, and then you can just ask the AI to correct the error.
Right.
And then if it's like, no, and you're like, I'm going to sue, it's like, no, you're not. Drones are flying over your house right now, or you're dead.
I wonder if I could actually say,
that was sadistic.
Alexa, put 150 not on Florida State. I mean, I wonder if there is an Alexa gambling It's not called an app. It's called a something else. A skill. It's called a skill. Yeah, it's called a skill. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's weirdly human, isn't it?
Like right now, I wake up and I can say, Alexa, give me my quote. And she will give me a positive, uplifting quote.
What's today's quote? Do you remember?
I don't do it often.
Did you do it the first time you woke up or the second time you woke up this morning?
Neither time. I had an incident.
Forget to do it?
Do I forget to ask? Sometimes I just don't need a quote.
Sometimes you're just good to go.
Sometimes I'm just
wake up ready.
I'm just profound on my own.
Is Alexa by that Apple Watch you forget to charge?
My Apple Watch is laying right by the charger now.
Is it hooked?
By
I moved it by the charger.
But it's not plugged.
No.
It's not
It's
attached.
not on the charger.
Why?
Because Angie was charging her Apple Watch.
Oh my gosh. Y'all got to get more than one charger.
I don't know what happened to the other one. If I
You
had
need
to
to get-
guess, it's in Switzerland.
You need to get one of those pads. You can just lay it on there.
Then I'd have to get the thing for my phone.
No, you just lay your
So I
phone.
can't
lay
buy
your
the-
phone
on the pad.
Your phone can lay on the same pad.
Yeah, but my phone doesn't do that.
Oh, you don't have a phone.
So I have
that
to
does
buy the case that allows my phone to do that.
What phone do you have?
7.
That won't do it anyways. You have to move up to 8 or 10. Speaking of which,
No,
the new
that
There's
is
a case that
untrue.
charges.
There is a case
Oh, is
that
there
goes
really a
on the
case?
phone
Plugs
that
in
allows you
yeah,
to...
plugs in the lightning port.
Yeah.
You can set
What's the
it.
point? I mean, if you're plugging something in, you might as well just keep plugging it
Because
in.
it stays plugged in all the time. The case stays plugged into the phone. You just lay it down.
But then you got a case on it.
Yeah.
What happens if, like, in the middle of the night, I reach over, pick up a bottle of water,
There's what bottle of water?
a can of Mountain Dew?
Okay, there we go.
Please tell me you don't drink Mountain Dew in the middle of the night.
Yes, he does.
Absolutely. I have a...
Yes, he does.
So I have a can of Mountain Dew in case I wake up and I'm parched.
And the apocalypse is happening.
Or your caffeine level dips below max.
If my caffeine level dips below, I don't know, whatever 3 times the normal limit is, and I take a drink, but the can has been perspiring, and then I want to reach over and check my phone to see what time it is. I wonder if it would electrocute me.
No.
No, it doesn't work like that. It's not shooting electric particles through the air.
Can you picture him putting his tongue on it like...
I actually could see me doing that.
Like a 9-volt battery or something.
Oh,
No, it's
yeah.
not like that. It's
We
not
don't
conducting
recommend doing that, by the
electricity. I don't know how it works, but it doesn't do that.
I don't know how. I don't
Okay.
care how it works. It just works, right? But how much is the new iPhone while we're all talking about iPhones?
Well, in Italy, it is over $1,900 because of the conversion rate between the American dollar and
Right.
and the euro. So, but like, yeah, I think the most expensive one if you buy it in the States is like $14.49.
No, it's only like $50 a month, right?
Sure, yeah,
They've
if
got you.
finance it out.
Apple now has us for rephrase. Apple has me for life. They're getting $50 a month for me forever because they keep coming out with a newer, better phone.
You just upgrade every year, don't you?
No.
I'm moving away from my Apple products.
I have been. I've really been thinking about doing that.
Yeah.
But why are you doing it?
Just to see what else is out there. I've been exclusively Apple for so long. I don't
too.
know if there's anything better.
Yeah.
But those commercials for the what's the thing called? It's a tablet and a laptop.
The Surface Pro?
No,
The
dude.
Surface Pro.
The keyboard is like cardboard.
You've seen me type. Does it really matter?
No. If the keyboard only had 2 keys,
We're
you
taking
would still like
donations to buy the Chief Mavis Beacon, if she still exists.
But I mean, but it just the commercials make it look so appealing
it. Yeah, they do.
that I'm thinking about maybe checking that out.
So what? But you're not talking about. I mean, what are you gonna do for a phone though?
I would like to go to I don't know what numbers out there now, but the last time I saw it, Galaxy 8 looked like a pretty cool phone.
See, I tried
I think
Galaxy.
they're to the 9 now.
Okay, but
And
you know,
the 9 is
it
on
like
the
wrapped all the way around.
Yeah, I switched for a while.
It
on
was
my back.
waterproof. You could just throw it in the water.
So you want the active one?
Yeah, because sometimes I have been known to drop my phone in the toilet.
What? What are you doing?
What does that surprise you? He FaceTimes you when he's on the toilet.
Okay,
So you like drop it between your legs while you're sitting there?
Okay,
the last you're texting like while you're standing up. I don't understand.
Okay,
how does this walk me through?
All right, the last time
the listeners really cares about this.
The last time I put my phone in the toilet. Okay, what happened was I finished using the bathroom.
Okay,
to finish the process to clean myself up, I took my phone and I laid it in my pants. Okay, between my feet. Yeah.
Like your pants are pulled down, you laid it onto the pants in between your feet.
Yes. Okay. So I finished, and then I pulled my pants up. And when I pulled my pants up, it shot the phone out of my pants and into the toilet.
Dude, okay. Number one.
But now this is what I do.
Why do you pull your pants up so fast? Like, were you in a hurry? Was like somebody coming through the window? And
see, no, but see, it's like when you're as big as I am and you bend over, you're like spring loaded at that point.
Spring loaded.
And you just,
yeah.
So, and it just flipped it over into the water. Yeah.
Did it die?
That's terrifying.
No.
That seems like something that would happen to me with my Game Boy when I was like 6. Because it did.
And it just died.
Not exactly the same, but I I was really into Pokemon Yellow, and I was like, man, I gotta go pee. And so I'm playing Game Boy, obviously, is what I'm doing. I walk in the bathroom, and I was like, I don't want to stop. I don't have time to save the game, so I'm just going to tuck it under my chin while I'm standing here peeing. Yeah.
Well,
it dropped in there.
And one time, I laid my phone down on the toilet paper holder. Okay?
Like on top of the roll?
On top of the roll. So I finished. I got up and I reached back to put my phone in my back pocket. Missed my back pocket. Phone landed in the toilet.
Yeah, I can see that happening.
Yeah, so I mean, there's multiple ways I've actually gotten the phone into the toilet.
So how do you dry it out? Are you just grabbing it out really quick and just...
Yeah, I just reach in there and grab it out. And the last time, which was relatively recently, I just kind of shook it like this. And then just went on about my business, no problem.
So your phone's not very sanitary is what you're saying?
It was clean water.
Oh, yeah, I'd already flushed.
Yeah.
Good thing you didn't, like, flush and immediately pull your pants up and, like, it went down the toilet into the pipes.
Not only would I have been out of phone, I would have also had to pay a plumber to fix the toilet.
Right.
I wonder if that's the weirdest thing a plumber's ever pulled out of the toilet.
There's no way that's the weirdest
No, there's no way that's the weirdest. No.
Not a chance.
No.
Yeah. No. That probably happens all the time.
One time my mom got up early in the morning, went to the bathroom and sat down on the toilet. And she was like, something just doesn't seem right. So she stands up and looks, and there is a live wharf rat in the toilet.
What?
Yes. Just looking at her.
Was she in prison?
No. Just
at home.
Yeah. I don't know if it climbed in the toilet or up through the pipe. Surely it climbed in the toilet. It didn't swim underwater that whole way.
I don't know.
Comes up with some scuba gear on.
I don't know.
Master Splinter.
I don't know how water resistant wharf rats are.
Anyway, I don't know how we got here, but
I don't either. It was a ride.
This has been one monumental.
It really has just been a ride.
It's okay,
this is the way our conversations normally happen.
Yeah, this is probably the most true third thoughts that we've ever had
in a while. Yeah,
I'm about to cry.
Jeez. So that was 2 stories. You got a third. Didn't you say you had 3 sports related?
Yeah, but I mean, it's just you know,
the next
Vontae Davis retired at halftime.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
that'd be like you.
Had he been, it would be like me retiring between the offering and the sermon.
Right. You just it would be like you just like telling us on the way out the door, like, "Hey guys, I'm done."
Yeah.
Like,
right.
Oh, you're not going to preach today? You're like, nah, I'm done. I'm working here.
I'm going home. I'm
never
finished.
Coming back.
I'm never coming back. My desk is clean. Yeah, I mean, I don't know exactly how that would even work. You just go in at halftime and stand up and say, "Yo, guys, I'm out."
Didn't he say it was like it just hit him all of a sudden in the first half? He was like, "Yep, I'm done. I'm done playing football."
And I wonder if before they accepted his retirement, I wonder if they put him through concussion protocol.
See if he was just like
Yeah.
hit too hard and decided.
Yeah,
he was
like
done.
today he shows back up. He shows back up the hey, he's like, hey guys, what are you doing here? What do you mean? You retired? I did what?
Yeah, it's like a major news story.
He plays for the Bills, right?
Not anymore.
But he did, yeah.
He did, yeah. Yeah.
I would retire too.
But I mean, what?
I don't think he was the right person to retire from that organization.
Yeah, but I mean, really? I mean, it's like, man, can you not give us just
Two more
in the
quarters.
grand scheme of life, 2 more quarters?
I know. That is messed up. Just
And
leave your team.
we'll run the ball more and let time get off the clock so you don't have to be on the field as much. But just give us 2 more quarters. Yeah, I mean, that's just crazy.
Yeah, I don't know of anywhere else that. Well, I guess people walk out of jobs all the time, but it wouldn't be nearly as.
Larry.
It wouldn't be nearly as dramatic, I guess.
Yeah.
As in a football game.
Right. Yeah.
Wow. Huh.
So, anyway, what else we got?
So, well, the big story right now is this Kavanaugh stuff.
Oh, we're taking that turn.
Who?
Okay.
You know Brett Kavanaugh.
Who?
Kavanaugh. And this whole Supreme Court deal. And the reason we're talking about this is because Boz really wanted to talk about this. And so it is a big story, and it is what you, if you turn on the regular radio instead of podcast radio, Apple Podcast, Spotify, wherever you're listening from.
Wherever you consume your podcast.
Yeah, if you turn on anything else, and if you turn on certain podcasts, this is what you're going to hear about anyway. So we might as well slide through and talk about it.
Okay, set it up.
So the issue is the Supreme Court nominee Brett Kavanaugh, who's accused of sexually assaulting a woman, one Christine Blasey Ford.
Lazy?
When they were
Blazy.
when they were in high school.
How old is he?
How old is Kavanaugh? Fact check that for me, Randy. I'm not sure. Something like, I mean, he's pretty on up there. They weren't like in high school.
He's 53.
53.
Oh, so we're not talking about yesterday.
No, we're talking about. So he's 53 now. We're talking about when they were, I think, 17.
Okay.
So she
It
accuses
would have
him.
been 82. Ronald Reagan was in president. I was 2.
1982.
And the Georgia Bulldogs had won the national championship 2 years prior.
Still hanging on to it.
The last
to
time
this
they
day.
won it.
We promise. Third and Long is not this show. It will be Monday at noon. Yeah. So the issue is this has been brought up after he's been nominated to be on the Supreme Court.
At the very last minute.
Yep. So this is like literally.
He wasn't nominated at the last minute.
No.
I'm just
accusations-
clarifying that
the
statement.
Accusations rolled at the last
And he's
minute.
Republican nominee.
Yes.
So, obviously, the other side of the aisle is trying to, and the I understand Supreme Court's a big deal. It's a life position.
Yep. They
They make a lot of very serious decisions.
Yep.
And are able to do so as justices.
It's a lifetime appointment.
Yeah, I mean, you don't. It's not like in 4 years he rolls out of there. I understand wanting to make the right choice. But the way I understand this story is...
This is not about making the right choice necessarily. It's about making the preferable choice.
Yeah.
That's what this always comes down to.
Yeah. So the thing I have about Ford is she made these accusations, right?
Correct.
But she doesn't have any witnesses. And she doesn't remember where it happened, when it happened, other than the year. It's just she just like made these accusations, and now she wants the FBI to investigate
Before she'll testify.
before she'll even come and testify before the Senate. Like it's
That's the odd part for me. Is that she wants... I mean, she's
can
not...
I guess my question with this whole
What
thing
can they investigate? What can they find out?
Right.
Right. My question is, can anybody just say anything and it become this? I mean, like, could I just come up with something and be like, yo, so-and-so, this happened. I don't remember when it happened. I don't remember who was there, but I don't have any witnesses and I'm not going to come talk about it, but it for sure happened and you need to investigate. And like, that just happens.
It depends on who you're saying things about, which side they're on and which side you're on.
It just seems like that shouldn't be possible. Like, let me make this clear too. If something really did happen, and if this guy, obviously, if a Supreme Court justice is a liar, like that's not a good look, right? That's not the kind of person you want on the Supreme Court anyway. So if it's all like this big cover up or something,
and
if something really happened,
what supposedly happened?
Supposedly,
he was 17 and drunk.
Yeah, they were at a party, a high school party. A lot of underage drinking. Everybody's drunk, and him and I can't remember who
One
else.
friend and
but
her.
she identified who it was.
Yeah, she named him. It was just one of his friends. Nobody.
And they held her down and raped her.
No, they didn't actually. They accused you. They were trying to.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
they were trying to rape her, but they were so drunk.
Yeah,
that they couldn't.
And she had a bathing suit under her clothes, and the friend fell on top of Kavanaugh, and knocked him off, and that's how she escaped. The thing is, she says it's just. I support women coming forward. Very supportive of that. It's just there's too many.
If something happens to you, tell somebody.
Yes, there's too many issues here for me. I'm not saying it may be true. The timing is just. And she said something along the lines of that it came back to her in therapy in 2012. That she didn't even think about it as them attempting to rape her until 2012.
Like it's repressed.
Repressed, yeah. There's that. For me, the issue that she won't testify almost reeks of a political notion because she's wanting to hold up this. The Democrats, the broader, wider scope of the stories, the Democrats are trying to hold this up because they're hoping November 6th that they will win the majority in the House, and then they can just stall any nominee that Trump puts forward, because this is a big deal.
Yeah.
He would be the swing justice now. The swing justice retired. October 4th, when court comes into session, the Republicans want him in there by October 4th to be in the deliberation so he can vote, because otherwise there's some cases that'll come up that he won't be able to vote on. So there's a time sensitive part to this.
Yeah, which is what makes it fishy to me.
Republicans don't want to hold it up. The Republicans want to hear what she says, though. Jeff Flake has tweeted and said, "Hey, we want to hear what she says."
Well, yeah, and so it was.
So what does the friend say?
That it didn't happen that way. That they didn't try to do it. And Kavanaugh himself, now his camp has come out saying it was horseplay. I mean,
well, here's the thing. So Senate Judiciary Committee Chairman Chuck Grassley has called for this hearing right on Monday.
Right.
And Kavanaugh agreed to come and speak.
Right. Yeah, I knew that.
Won't.
Yeah. Right.
yeah.
So
even the White House supports her coming and speaking.
Yep. Trump wants her to.
Yeah.
Trump has refrained from saying anything crazy.
And if it really happened to you and you want
this could be
justice,
this could be his turning point.
Why wouldn't you come speak though? If you
Right.
want justice for yourself and you want to prevent this kind of thing from happening going forward to other people, why wouldn't you want to come make a case for it?
Right.
I mean, I just don't understand.
Right.
Exactly.
Unless it's not true.
Or unless she's saying she just, like you said, she's fuzzy on the details, is
Right.
what she's saying. And I guess to take another angle on this story, and I'm not saying it's not important what happened, but the dude was 17. If I was held accountable for everything I've ever done, I would not have a job probably anywhere. I mean, we all made mistakes when we were younger. I mean, our brain, our prefrontal cortex is not formed till we're in our 20s.
Well, then, yeah, and then you introduce
Alcohol. Yeah.
and who knows whatever else.
Well,
I mean,
there's also another, side to this too, is the fact that, and I don't have all the details straight, but I know that I read it. I could not find it, but that his mother,
Kavanaugh's
mother, was either the judge or an attorney in her parents' divorce.
In Ford's divorce. Ford's parents'
divorce. Yes.
Okay, it's not true. Snopes says that's not true.
That's not true.
That's what Snopes says.
Okay. Well, then that's false.
Debunked.
So never mind.
Snopes.com.
Yeah.
Thank you, Snopes.
So never mind then. That's not true. But here's the thing. Are we looking for a Supreme Court justice that has never made a mistake?
I don't that doesn't exist.
If that's what we're looking for, there is not one.
Yeah, that doesn't exist.
Now, if this is true, this is a terrible thing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Regardless of
for
what
sure.
happened, it's terrible because she feels like something happened to her, and we want to empower her. And the Republicans, unlike what they did with Anita Hill in 91, 92, when I was like 11, and I remember it, but unlike what they did with that, and they are trying to take a better tact, and they're trying to empower her, but she's not responding to that, and that's what's odd to me.
What's
about
more
it.
empowering than having literally
A voice.
the whole country listen to you talk
Right.
in front of the Senate Judiciary Committee?
Yeah, but I mean, she knows how ridiculous it sounds to stand up and say, hey, I don't remember when exactly. I don't remember where. I kind of remember who. But that's all the details I can give you. But the FBI can figure it out. Listen, the FBI has proven they don't figure much out.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just going to be honest with you. It's not the FBI that needs to be on this.
Well, and
But you know, the fact of the matter is, this is at worst a stall tactic.
Right.
At best, young people who made a terrible mistake years ago and is coming back to haunt him at the most critical time of his life. But I don't believe anybody could stand and say the timing is not a little fishy.
Right. And the question, again, I go back to what is there? I mean, obviously there's statute of limitations for legal purposes, but for these purposes.
What state was it? There's some
Somewhere on the
places
East
there are,
Coast.
and there's some places there's not. In Georgia, there is no statute of limitations anymore.
It's somewhere on the East Coast. I got
Our current governor,
in Maryland.
Maryland.
our current
It was
governor,
UC
lifted
suburbs.
any statute of limitations for any kind of sexual assault or molestation.
Okay, so even
So
if-
in Georgia, he could be found criminally
Right.
responsible as well.
he can't be found criminally responsible. The question I had, though, is at what point do we let that kind of stuff go? The difference with this and the Anita Hill case is he was in power when he was sexually harassing her.
Correct. This
That's
guy did
different.
not use his office to influence, or what's the word that they use all the time?
Coerce.
Coerce. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Because they were both 17.
Right.
She was 15.
Oh, she was 15.
Yeah, she was 15, so she was younger.
But
I mean,
they're at a party, like
So,
kids.
yeah, I mean, what I would say is to her parents is, why did you let your 15-year-old daughter go to a party where you didn't know whether there was going to be alcohol or not?
Yeah.
yeah, I mean,
that do a better job of protecting your daughter
Oh, my Lord.
is what I would do.
Yeah.
So,
no, I agree with you.
Yeah. So,
I mean,
but nonetheless, is this a disqualifier? Let me ask this: 3 years ago, would this be a disqualifier?
I mean, it didn't disqualify back in 91, 92.
It didn't disqualify. It didn't disqualify Bill Clinton.
Right.
We knew Bill Clinton
Right.
was having an affair with Paula Flowers.
Yeah.
That was proven, and we elected him president. By we, I don't mean my vote, but he was elected president.
Yeah.
Then we knew what he did with Monica Lewinsky, and it didn't disqualify him from being president.
Right. Nor did any of those things. Those things wouldn't have kept him from any position if Hillary had won.
Correct.
She could have put him anywhere and made him whatever.
Absolutely.
So.
Yeah. I don't think she would have, but she could have.
Right. I mean,
Yeah.
that would not be if he wasn't put anywhere because she didn't want him to be. But
yeah.
those things wouldn't have prevented him. Is what I'm trying
Yeah,
to say.
I think that finding the truth about this is important.
Yep.
But I don't know that the truth will ever be known
Right.
because there's no way to find it.
I think putting the pause button on, Jeff Flake said, hey, we got to put the pause button on this. There's 11 Republicans, 10 Democrats on the Judiciary Committee. He said, let's put the pause button on this long enough to look at this and to hear what she says. She's now refusing to be heard, which is interesting. So I too agree. We need to empower her. We need to listen to her. But that doesn't mean that every single accusation made by a woman these days is true.
Right. And you
That's That's what's frustrating, because what if, anybody can make an accusation against anybody and ruin their life
Right,
now.
And they can, and they do.
That's what I'm trying to
Yeah.
say. Can you just say stuff and then hold up entire government operations?
Yes, because we live in such a litigious society. That's what happens when you can sue McDonald's when you spill hot coffee in your
Right.
lap and get $1 million settlement. It creates this. Anybody can say anything about whatever, and we have to listen. Here's the thing. Let's hit the pause button till Monday. Mm-hmm. This has nothing to do with whether...
She has to submit a biography and a statement by Friday.
Yeah, and she has to go speak. If she plans to
Okay,
speak.
yeah. Here's what I'm saying, though. This has nothing to do with whether I want Kavanaugh as Supreme Court justice or not. I think it would be great for conservatives, but I still am of the opinion, and my faith is well known. Mm-hmm. I'm a Christian. I'm still of the opinion, right or wrong, we don't govern our lives by morality that the government decides.
Right.
That government doesn't legislate morality for me.
Right.
So it doesn't matter from that standpoint to me. I don't think that morality should be governed or adjudicated. I don't believe that's what should happen. Can Kavanaugh sit and in his right mind make a decision based on the Constitution of the United States of America? Mm-hmm. That is his purpose. Right. But the issue is not whether he can effectively discern the Constitution and make decisions based on the Constitution. The issue against him, other than this, is that has nothing to do with constitutionality of decisions. It's all about morality.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's all about morality. Roe Wade is not part of the Constitution of the United States. We didn't go back and add it, did we?
No.
So we're talking about things that he may or may not overturn that are not even constitutional. And his job is to uphold the Constitution of the United States. Can he do that?
Yeah.
That's the question at hand. Hit the pause button, but that doesn't mean hit the stop button.
Right.
Doesn't mean hit the pause button indefinitely. We're giving you a window of Monday to speak.
Come tell us what happened.
If you don't come tell us, we're hitting the play button.
Yep.
Right.
Wrapped up in all this is the fact that on November 6th, there's elections.
Yes.
So everybody's walking on eggshells trying to, especially the Republicans, because the Republican demographic is, in terms of college-educated women, they're not voting. They don't like Trump.
Right.
It's very much the pendulum swung on that, and so they're trying to be careful here. They want to make sure they do the right thing, and they should. I think we have to empower this woman. We have to hear, and she could be totally credible, and we could get to the bottom in this, and it could be true. But at the end of the day, I don't know that you will. Like you said, it's a he said, she said.
It's a he said,
Yeah, and that
said.
other dude saying it didn't happen. So it's very interesting. I don't know.
Here's part of my problem with the way things go now.
Yeah.
Is that even if there's a preponderance of evidence of innocence, one story, line, or doubt causes the whole judiciary process to be initiated.
Right.
And it destroys people.
Mm-hmm. Right. That's what I'm saying.
One person can say, no, it didn't happen that way. It happened this way, when four other people are saying it happened this way, and we launch an investigation and spend taxpayer money on it.
And regardless of the outcome, all we're ever going to remember, if Kavanaugh is voted in, this is going to hang over him forever.
Mm-hmm. Yes, absolutely it is.
And it reeks of being political to me, and I don't like it. The Democrats already... If you watch in the hearings, it was crazy. Were we talking about this? The hearings, just how they grilled this guy and it just went crazy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and they're just throwing accusations out that they know are not true.
Right.
And making these open-ended statements that bring doubt. Listen, vote on the guy.
Right.
Just vote on the guy.
Sure.
If he makes it, great. If he doesn't, it's okay. Find somebody else.
Yeah.
You know, that's the issue at hand is, but you can't let one person hold up the entire process of government.
Right. And do you not think Trump's going to find somebody else that has the same positions he wants?
No, I'll tell you what's going to happen. Knowing Donald Trump, he's going to find somebody that's way further conservative than this guy.
I mean, there's still time.
He's probably going to go get a nun.
I mean, there's going to be time for a lame duck Congress, if it is a lame duck Congress,
Yeah.
to vote this person in. So, I mean, some of this is political payback for what happened with Obama. When Obama had 10 months left, they didn't want to allow him to nominate a justice, which I don't know.
Which is political.
Yeah, that's political.
Oh, yeah,
it's totally,
is.
and this is all political. This is all, wrapped around mostly Roe v. Wade for sure. People are freaking out. I mean,
I'm just going to tell you something. I don't care if they shut the whole place down. When they said government shut down, when the government was trying to shut down, they said government shut down. I was like, wow, something might actually get accomplished. And then I'll be doggone if they didn't start it back up. And I was so disappointed. I mean, listen, we spend so much time politicking that we can't ever get anything done.
No, it's true. It's so much talk, man.
We used to live in the greatest country in the world. Now we live in the biggest bunch of hogwash, political, mudslinging.
Yep.
I'm going to pitch a fit if I don't get my way and run into your meeting and urinate on the table and slam a car through a crowd of people. And listen, enough of that.
Yeah.
How about we get rid of the politics and we just remember that we're human beings and that people have some real issues in life, like getting kicked out of the all-you-can-eat sushi restaurant because they ate 100 plates.
Yeah.
Devontae Davis is retiring at halftime of the Bills game. I mean, in the greater scheme of things, all the time we waste on politics is time that we could really be using living well.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's the goal of politics, though, is to help people live well.
Not anymore.
Power. It should be.
Not anymore.
Yeah.
I think anybody that says the point of the political system in America is to help empower people, they're a moron if they think that is still the point of the political system. It's about people getting paid for doing nothing. The old saying used to be, and listen, if you're a teacher, don't get offended by this because I do not believe this saying. Those who can't do, teach. You've heard that saying before, right? That's not true. Those who can't do, go into politics. They can't do anything else. They run for office. Because you don't have to be a cerebral giant in politics. Because you don't ever have to solve anything.
You just have to talk about something.
All you got to know is where the pause button is.
That's true, man. That was my whole underlying reason for bringing it up, is because it's like, now you don't even need evidence. You don't even need a sound story. You just need to say one thing, and you're essentially in control. She's in control of this situation until Monday.
Oh, she's famous
Yeah.
until Monday.
Oh yeah.
She is more famous than Kavanaugh until Monday.
Oh yeah.
And she's going to write a book.
What
and she's
really
going to
happened.
she's going to be invited on The View.
Yep.
I guarantee you, Joey Behar is chomping at the bits to get her on The View right now.
The View and the Chew.
And she's going to. There you go. Is that really a show?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
She's going to get paid handsomely for being on these talk shows. Jimmy Kimmel's going to have her on there. I mean,
I'm sure Colbert, somebody.
And if she was harmed, all the money she's going to make is not worth what she's had to endure.
Right.
In 2012, she remembered because somebody said, hey, listen, I know you're a little depressed. Let's talk about your childhood. Did anything traumatic happen to you when you were a child? And somewhere she remembered this event. They're like, that's it. That's what's caused all your problems in the world right there. Mm-hmm. That's what caused all your problems. That's not what caused all her problems. In fact, she's eating food full of chemicals. That's what messed up her chemicals, not that event that happened. The fact that she's watching all this crap on TV on the Lifetime Movie Network, that's what messed up her chemicals.
Did you see that story?
Now, that aided in it, but that's not the cause. Because my daddy didn't treat me right is not the cause of all of my issues.
Right. So you speaking of reality, did you see the story from Florida?
Yes.
The woman was arrested for assaulting her neighbor. Her neighbor said she was being too noisy, and so she said she approached the neighbor and said, "I'm a Kardashian. I'm going to explicative you up," and then pushed him. So the guy called the police, and they arrested her.
I wonder if she actually is a relative. Maybe we could send her a 23andMe kit and have some DNA testing done. I mean, a Third Thoughts DNA test
was
run.
Was that on the Floribama show?
Oh my gosh!
You
saw
watched it.
I was flipping through the channels and
you
it was
saw
on,
it.
and because y'all accused me of watching it, so I had to go on this thing and say, "What is this about?"
Make it true.
It's awful.
Hey, wait. By flipping through the channels, he means he hit the search button and he put Floribama.
No. I was literally, I had the guide up and I was going through, and there it was. Listen, it's terrible.
What do you mean? Like the format is terrible, or
I mean, like everything about it is terrible. Like the cameras that they use have to be like 20 years old. Really? It's not even. It doesn't even look like a good show. The picture doesn't even look good.
What's the MTV show? The one they did the same thing.
Jersey Shore.
Jersey Shore. They're probably like the cameras from when that first came out. They like passed them along.
yeah. It's. I was
got
like,
them at a pawn
what?
shop.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was terrible.
You were not entertained?
No, I was not entertained.
How long did you watch it though?
As long as I could.
How many teeth? Did
30 seconds.
How many teeth did the cast have?
I don't remember anybody smiling. I didn't smile.
So you hated it that much, huh?
Yeah, it was terrible. Yeah. I mean, I already knew what I wanted to watch. I don't even know why I was flipping through the channels.
What were you looking for?
I was looking for Major League Bow Hunters. Chipper Jones bow hunting television show.
Major League Bow.
So, but on the way there, I was just looking at everything else that was on. So,
Alabama Shore. Wow.
Major League Bow Hunters is a quality hunting program.
Is it?
Chipper Jones does a very good job on there.
Does he still dip? Does he spit his dip?
Oh, no. They now have, it's advertised on the show.
Okay.
It is a all natural, non-tobacco, organic, herbal dip.
Marijuana?
It has no negative effects.
So it's weed.
I don't think so. It's probably weeds.
Speaking
but
of
it's
weed,
probably not the weed.
Speaking of weed, there's a marijuana stock that is now worth more than American Airlines.
Have you flown American Airlines?
Yes, I have.
Yeah. Okay.
That one's not that surprising. Clorox and CBS, and it's about
Clorox.
Of
those three, Clorox is by far the best product.
And CBS, and it's closing in on Hershey Company. It's called Tilray. It's stock in marijuana company.
Is it a marijuana company or is it a hemp company? Are they doing like the CBD oil? Is that what they're doing, or are they just selling the plants outright? Like, is it like a nursery?
Dude, y'all got to stop saying CBD. That makes me think of Christian book distributors. Like, that's throwing me off. For real.
You may be able to buy it there. I don't know.
It is in Massachusetts.
I really.
What a beautiful.
I don't know how. I don't really know what kinds of marijuana companies you can have. Tilray has 330 total employees as of June 4th, versus American Airlines, who has over 131,000 employees.
I will tell you something that I did notice. Speaking of marijuana,
okay,
I was watching Northwoods Law, and they discovered a marijuana field out in the woods. So all the game wardens, or not all the game wardens, 2 game wardens and 2 law enforcement officials, other law enforcement officials, went out to pull up the plants. Okay, and I noticed that the game wardens, they were both wearing substantial gloves to keep the exposure to the plant down.
Sure.
But the other officers did not wear gloves, and not only did they not wear gloves, they were pulling the stalks, and when they would pull the stalks, they would rub their hands around them like that, trying to, get.
Did they light any of them on fire?
No, they didn't light them, but they did say this will be carried back to the local jail and incinerated. And I'm thinking, how are you incinerating it though?
Yeah. They're going to ventilate it into the population.
I did think that
incinerated through a piece of paper.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I was wondering. Yeah, because they were very. Yeah.
One more quick marijuana plug, because there's
not a plug. Not a plug.
One more quick
not
plug.
a plug.
This is not a
plug.
This is not a push for legalization.
This is not a plug.
Yeah, we're not.
This
pushing
is not
for
a plug. This is a
legalization of marijuana.
story. This is not a plug.
Huge marijuana bundles are washing up on Florida beaches after Hurricane Florence, and swimmers are fighting over them.
Shane
No,
just
it's
left.
real.
Oh, my arms are getting numb.
Shane just left the office. He said he's headed to
Giant
Florida.
giant bundles of marijuana, apparently containing individually wrapped 5-kilo bricks, have been washing up on the shores of Florida since the approach of Hurricane Florence last week.
Dude.
Possibly from a boat that's either capsized by the storm or an airplane dropped and went.
Dude, have you seen Narcos? I wouldn't touch those things. On Netflix,
No.
you get straight capped. Leave them alone if you're listening.
Oh yeah, no, they're saying no one should touch these.
Somebody will
But
come
obviously,
after you.
I mean,
That's
like what is the context? Like, what kind of shipment has to go wrong?
Oh no, they dropped them. They would. I mean, there's back in the day, they would drop them in swamps. They would drop them over the ocean and have people go out and get them.
yeah.
So this is like
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, it's a thing. Yeah.
Ever seen American Made?
yeah, no, I'm uninitiated.
Yeah, like they would. Yeah, I mean, basically, what happens is the plane flies over, they radio down, say we're dropping, and they drop it, and the boat goes out and picks it
Yeah.
up
Because that way,
because they can't land at the airport with it because
Right,
there may
right.
be dogs there.
So you leave it in the water.
There's no dogs in the ocean.
Yeah, no, I understand.
some really happy sharks. What would they? I just pictured a shark.
I wonder if it has shark sightings gone up or down since this.
I don't know. There was that attack in Cape Cod. Did you see that?
Yeah, but that's not Florida. That's up.
No, I know.
Cape Cod.
That's the only shark story I got. No, that's not true. Apparently, there's like a den of great whites
I did see
in the
that.
Pacific. Did you see that? Where they
I did
they
see
all
that.
hang out together.
Yeah, but the
Yeah.
Pacific doesn't matter because it's not on the East Coast.
It matters. It's way bigger.
But yeah, I did see that. I didn't read about it yet, but I did see that.
So if you go to Florida, don't go for the free weed.
No,
Something bad will happen to you.
no.
If we find out that you went to Florida and you
Sea
come back
salt
very
encrusted
rich,
weed.
yeah,
Isn't that a thing like now? Sea
know.
salt and caramel.
Yeah.
yeah, sea
Yeah,
salt
like
and dark
ice cream and
chocolate.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sea salt weed.
Seaweed weed.
Ugh.
Yuck.
How do
Listen,
you?
we.
That might be a
These
good.
were two terrible stories to end with.
All right, you want to stop with the? You want to do this one?
You want me to talk about the guy that threatened to shoot an 11-year-old over losing Fortnite?
What?
That's just.
That's even worse.
I
That
would
was in New
shut
York.
I'd shut the whole game down
Yeah, this 45-year-old man
right now.
was arrested in Huntington, New York, because he threatened an 11-year-old after the kid beat him in Fortnite.
Did he come out of his parents' basement to get the kid?
He went to jail.
How did they find out? Was this like over chat?
It was over Xbox chat.
like voice chat.
Yeah, voice and text chat. He threatened him.
Yeah, that's why Aiden does not ever use a microphone.
Dude, if you're 45 and you can't handle yourself on Xbox, you don't need an Xbox.
He has all
Sure.
that pent up rage from.
At 45, you should be out of your parents' basement
Yeah,
with a job.
I mean, if you play Fortnite, that's fine, I guess. But you got to control yourself a little bit better than that. Yeah, I don't know how we ended up there.
Because you took us there.
Yeah, you took. You,
What? No, but how did
you
we
steered the ship there?
How
is
did we
ended up there.
leave? We were we talked about Kavanaugh for a long time. How do we leave that?
We just moved on.
We just
I gave us several segues that y'all missed, and to get away from there, and then we just moved on.
What were your segues?
I don't remember.
You didn't give any.
But Tom Selleck stepped down from the board of the NRA, citing his work schedule would not allow him to be part of the board anymore, but he's still a member of the NRA.
Has Tom Selleck been in anything since like 1988?
Yeah, he's in Blue Bloods.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. But that's like on Friday nights. It doesn't really count.
It's one of the most watched television shows in America.
Really?
They don't shoot it on Friday night.
I made that up.
Yeah, I was about to say, I know you made that up. They don't put the most watched shows on Friday night.
Oh, yeah, here's another one. Wanda Barzee, who was one of the two people that kidnapped Elizabeth Smart. Mm-hmm. She got out of prison, and there's an uproar about that. Because they gave her, they basically went back to a judge, and he gave her credit for time served and moved her release date up from 2024, and she's now been released. So that's pretty much all I got, except for the aliens in New Mexico.
What aliens in New Mexico? You can't just say that. Well, I guess you could. You could come back next week.
Yeah.
The Third Thoughts.
Yeah, we'll talk about the aliens in New Mexico next week.
All right. Sounds good. That's where we'll pick it up. If you've been with us here on Third Thoughts, we appreciate you. If you've been live on Spreaker, thank you for being in the chat. We appreciate that a lot. If you're listening later on Apple Podcasts, what are you doing? Is that an applause?
Yeah, it's an applause.
Oh.
You did such a good job.
If you guys are listening later on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, wherever you're listening, we appreciate that too. Leave us a review or a comment. That helps us out the most. This is Third Thoughts. It is not a podcast by any means, but it is a podcast. And
I am in perfect shape.
The Chief is in perfect shape.
Anybody that tells you round is not a shape does not know geometry.
I have been with the Chief live. I've been with RNDY. This has been Third Thoughts. And until next time.